Come back to Fact Sports. My name is Tega. You can follow me on X or Twitter at Tega. You can also subscribe to my website, GhanaEye.org. I will put the link in the description. Yesterday, we had the UEFA Champions League, the round one of the 2023-24 UEFA Champions League campaign kicked off, and we had 8 matches that took place yesterday. We saw Barcelona taking on Royal Antwerp, Feyenoord playing against Celtic, Lazio versus Atletico de Madrid, Manchester City, Red Star Belgrade, PSG versus Dortmund, Shakhtar Donetsk, Porto, AC Milan, Newcastle, and Young Boys versus Leipzig. These were the 8 games that took place yesterday in the UEFA Champions League campaign for the 2022-23 season. Before then, let me acknowledge my sponsors for this video: the Jones Appliances, Wantapa Hotel, and 7 Stars Mineral Water. Thank you so guys for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate your support. So yesterday, like I said, in the UEFA Champions League round 1, we saw FC Barcelona beating Royal Antwerp by 5-0. So the goals were scored by Joao Felix, Lewandowski, Batali, Gavi, and Joao Felix. Joao Felix scored 2 goals for FC Barcelona in their game against Royal Antwerp in the Champions League campaign. So followed by the second game was Feyenoord also won 2-0 against Celtic, and the goals were scored by Stengs for Feyenoord in the first half. So in the second half, Jeho Black also scored the second goal for Feyenoord. That made them win 2-0 against Celtic in that order. Lazio versus Atletico de Madrid was a very difficult game, and it was unpredictable as we saw them play a 1-1 draw in at Lazio, and these goals were scored by Barrios for Atletico de Madrid, and also it was equalized by Proverdi for Lazio. So the game ended 1-1. And it was a difficult game. I personally watched that game, the Lazio versus Atletico de Madrid. It was a very intense one. So at the Etihad, Manchester City won 3-1 against Red Star Belgrade. And for the first time, Ghanaian international Osman Bukari, who scored in the World Cup that was in Ghana versus Portugal at the just ended 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, also scored his first ever goal in the UEFA Champions League campaign at the Etihad. A place where it is difficult for the big names to score, especially playing against a strong, a defensive-minded side, Manchester City. Osman Bukari scored the opener for Red Star Belgrade in the first half, and it was obvious that City were going to win that game, but for the first time for Osman Bukari, he managed to score his first goal in the UEFA Champions League for Red Star Belgrade. The goal was equalized by Julian Alvarez. It was assisted by Erling Haaland. So these two combination I think it's really working good for the coach Pep Guardiola. Also, Alvarez scored 2 goals in that game, and lastly, Rodri, who scored the winner in their Champions League final against International Milan in the just ended campaign. He also scored the 3rd goal for Manchester City, as it's made them win 3-1 against Red Star Belgrade at the Etihad. Paris Saint-Germain won 2-0 against Dortmund. So PSG, the first goal was scored by Kylian Mbappe. That was a penalty shootout. So he scored that goal, the opener goal, in the 49th minute against Borussia Dortmund. And in the 58th minute, Achraf Hakimi scored the second goal, and it was assisted by Vitinha in that order. So PSG won 2-0 against Borussia Dortmund. So Shakhtar Donetsk also lost 3-1 against FC Porto in that order. The goals were scored by Kelly for Shakhtar Donetsk. They scored the second goal. That was the first goal was scored by Galano scored the first goal for FC Porto, and Kelly also equalized the goal. And also Galano scored 2 goals, and Teramani scored the last goal for FC Porto. AC Milan, this was the game of the day. That was yesterday. AC Milan played against Newcastle. Newcastle, for the first time since 2002, were back to the UEFA Champions League, and they proved to us why they deserved to be in the Champions League, as they were really solid at the back. They had chances to, take all the 3 points, and also AC Milan also had the chances to take all the 3 points, but they managed to, waste all the chances, and the game ended in a 0-0 draw game. So Newcastle United, it's a plus for them going away to the San Siro to pick a point from AC Milan. It's not that easy, especially being back after 2002 season. It's been a long years to, be part in the Champions League, but they managed to, pick a point at the San Siro. So the last game yesterday in the UEFA Champions League opener was Young Boys against RB Leipzig. Young Boys lost 3-1 to RB Leipzig in that order, and the game was really fantastic to watch. It was obvious RB Leipzig were going to win that game, but not that margin. I was expecting a 2-1 or a 1-0 in favor of RB Leipzig, but the game ended 3-1 in favor of RB Leipzig. So today's fixtures, let me take you through today's fixtures before I run you through the group stages, the table and the top scorers after match day one. The match day one would be completed today after we see the remaining fixtures play today. So today we have Galatasaray playing on FC Copenhagen. We also have Real Madrid play on Union Berlin. We will see Arsenal are back to the Champions League, also take on PSV. We will see Bayern Munich versus Manchester United. This is the game for today. This will be the talk on the internet, especially on X, formerly Twitter. This is the game of the day. I will be watching that game, Bayern Munich versus Manchester United. We know what Bayern are capable of doing. You can ask FC Barcelona what they did to them. So Bayern Munich versus Manchester United is the game of the day. We have Benfica versus Salzburg, Braga versus Napoli, Real Sociedad versus International Milan, and Sevilla versus Lens. So these are the games that will be played today as far as the 2023-24 UEFA Champions League campaign is concerned. So for the group stages, let's start with Group E. So because their games were played yesterday, so in Group E, we have Feyenoord first with 3 points, Lazio second with 1 point, Atletico de Madrid third with 1 point, and Celtic fourth with 0 points. In Group F, we have PSG first with 3 points, Newcastle United second with 1 point, AC Milan third with 1 point, and Borussia Dortmund fourth with no points. In Group G, we have Manchester City first with 3 points, Leipzig second 3 points, Young Boys and Red Star Belgrade fourth, third, and fourth in that order with 0 points. In Group H, Barcelona first with 3 points, FC Porto third, second with 3 points, Shakhtar Donetsk and Antwerp third and fourth respectively with 0 points. So these are the updates from the UEFA Champions League campaign, as we saw Kylian Mbappe scoring and also Julian Alvarez scoring 2 goals in the UEFA Champions League campaign for the first time, and he happens to be nominated for the FIFA Men's Player of the Year. It's obvious I'm tipping him to win it, despite we have Messi in there, Erling Haaland also in there, but I'm tipping Julian Alvarez to win the FIFA Men's Player of the Year. So the top scorers after match day one, the match day one would be completed today, but some of the games were played yesterday, and after yesterday's game, we have Galeno for Porto. He has scored 2 goals with 1 assist. João Felix also 2 goals with 1 assist. Julian Alvarez 2 goals with 0 assist. We have Barlos also for Atletico de Madrid 1 goal. And also yesterday there was a history that was made by the Napoli goalkeeper. He managed to score the equalizer for Napoli yesterday, and the scenes were really crazy. Napoli were able to equalize in that game, and it was really fantastic to watch. And Napoli goalkeeper was able to score that goal from a head. He had to use his head to save Napoli as they were able to draw in their game. And also that was it for yesterday. We see today's game also take place today, and let's see what will happen. We have, like I said, the big game, Manchester United versus Bayern Munich versus Manchester United is the big game for today let's all watch the game, and I will bring you the updates after the games are played with the top scorers, the moments that were missed on live match, and also I will bring you any updates as far as the 2023-24 Champions League campaign is concerned. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and share. Like I said, visit my website ghanaeye.org for more content. I will put the link in the description. Let me acknowledge my sponsors, the Jones Appliances, 7 Stars Mineral Water, and Wantapa Hotel. Thank you for watching.